Rent. All right. Welcome back to Give Me Rent. I'm Dylan Weintraub.
I'm Garrett the Garbage Man.
And today we're gonna do a really short episode. We're gonna see who's the most powerful Nicktoon character.
Nicktoons death battle.
Little Nicktoon's death battle for you. So I think we got a bunch. Let's just start naming a few. Let's get a sense of who we're dealing with here.
Danny Phantom.
Danny Phantom
Biggest
is probably one of the more powerful ones. You know, he's like a half ghost, half human who could.
Jimmy Neutron, the brains of.
Jimmy Neutron is kind of the brains here. I feel like also you could argue SpongeBob has
the Toon Force a little
the
bit.
Toon, kind of the Toon powers. So we'll put him here too. I also think Aang from the Last Airbender, just the Last Airbenders, and Korra, both of them just
Invader Zim.
having the Avatar state. Invader Zim. Okay, so yeah, I think the big one's definitely Danny Phantom.
Oh, Timmy Turner.
Timmy Turner. Yeah, Timmy Turner's
And
got the
I
fairies.
will throw in there Jenny from My Life as a Teenage Robot.
Yeah. No, those are. How about Invader Zim?
And
Invader Zim.
I think I said him.
You said Invader Zim? Yeah. All right, so yeah, Invader Zim. And then, I mean, I know we were talking about before. You said the Ninja Turtles. I mean,
I don't know if
they're because of their fighting prowess, that can be talked about, but are they going to do much?
I don't know if we'll even count them as a Nicktoons, just because it's a Nicktoon show, but that's just a different label.
The Nickelodeon show. Yeah, actually, you're right. I don't think we should
want
to
count them.
All right, fair. So let's exclude the Ninja Turtles. So we got Invader Zim, Jenny, Timmy Turner, Korra and Ong, Jimmy Neutron, Danny Phantom, and SpongeBob. And I said Ong because I was just making fun of the Shyamalan movie. I hope you got that.
Okay, yeah, I looked at you like that.
You look at me like I'm weird. I said that purposely. Aang. So who do you think just right off the bat who's coming out on top?
I'm honest. It's gonna be between Danny and I think Jenny. And
I don't know, man, because if you wanna apply like if SpongeBob really has his like cartoony-ish powers.
I get that, but he also almost died in the SpongeBob movie until the sprinkler went off.
All right, I guess if you want to you take SpongeBob out of water, take water out of the equation, he's done.
And not even that. Like I'm gonna use this for an example. Timmy, listen, the rules definitely limit death. They definitely do because they prevent a lot of
obviously
things.
He can't straight up wish for death.
No, but he
can also wish for a gun.
He could. Well, most of the times he's gotten stuff has been. I agree with you, but most of the times he's like wish for stuff. Yeah, but what's a gun gonna do to Jenny?
He could wish for it to be raining acid in the area. I mean, I guess that would kill people. I don't know, because Timmy has unlimited power in a sense because he's got two fairies.
I get that, but he's also
anything.
He's also a kid that hasn't been very sophisticated with his wishing, so you can't rely for him to think of something like that.
If you came up to Timmy Turner and like, you gotta beat these guys or you're gonna die, it's a death battle. He's probably gonna think of some wishes.
I'm not disagreeing with that, but I feel like there's got to be some limits with the rules. Like
there are limits.
They screw him over
limits.
The littlest ones.
He can't wish for people to die.
He's wished for people to be in love with him, and the rules will pull up something. So my point is, if something that minor has a rule
you can't change free will, so you can't.
And it's not going to kill Danny
mind.
because what's going to happen? Danny's going to phase through it.
Yeah.
And honestly, you could possess Timmy and make literally snap his neck.
Yeah, exactly.
And
that's why I'm arguing Danny Phantom is an easy contender.
And the thing is, though, since Danny's not full ghost, I have not seen him in the show, from my recollection, be able to possess machinery, which is why I think Jenny is a sleeper pick, because if you can't possess her.
It's true.
What are you going to do? You're going to have to be in your regular state, not phasing through, to fight her.
But I do think minus the possession, Danny is still powerful.
Yeah, 100%.
Just regardless.
I just think that makes it a lot more difficult because a lot of people are like, oh, she's just a robot. Like,
we didn't include characters like the Crimson Chin and stuff because I feel like that would be a little bit of cheating. But he'd also be up here.
Yeah, he would
just because he's like kind of like the superhero.
Crimson Chin.
But I do think Timmy is like
Catman.
Exactly. There would be a bunch here. But I want to go back. Also, Jimmy Neutron. I think Jimmy would actually would fight here. Would not be. He wouldn't go down easy.
The thing is, though, if there's no prep time for Jimmy, he's cooked.
That's probably
you
true.
have no resource to see a.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that. I mean,
I'm
he's
saying
definitely
if he
thinking
did.
he can think on his feet more than anyone.
He could.
That's
But like,
established.
If he's thrown right into battle, all right, you guys are fight death. Here you go.
Jimmy probably not taking.
Jimmy's not going to take the cake because he can't build something. He'll have something, but how are you going to overpower?
It's kind of the same with Invader Zim. I feel
it is. Well, Invader Zim.
They're both very smart.
Invader Zim.
That's why they're on this list. Invader smart.
Well, Invader Zim also is like what his people did to other planets versus the Earth is scary. So I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if he had a weapon of like death, and
like mass destruction.
Like
that's why he's pretty.
It's between to me. It's gonna be
he's deadly.
The top three that makes the most sense because I could see Timmy being like, I wish he didn't have his powers or something stupid, talking about Aang and Korra, or I wish blah blah blah, or I wish Avatar powers didn't exist. You're not wishing people away, but you're like I think the top 3, without picking a winner, is going to be Danny, Jenny, and Timmy.
Danny, Jenny. I want to make an argument. I mean, I'll make the argument again for SpongeBob, but again, yeah, you get water. You take water away from the situation, he's probably losing.
If if him and Patrick's tears didn't form that heart and drip to the wire, they died.
Yeah, exactly.
They're dead.
I think that's very true. If they didn't get completely lucky, they were dying in Shell City.
If plot armor didn't help them, they're an ornament somewhere.
Yeah, that's very true. So yeah, I guess we can get rid of SpongeBob. So we got top 3 right now: Danny Phantom, Timmy Turner, and what was the last one? Jenny the robot. Yeah. Okay, so if we really pitted these 3 against each other, I'm trying to think of the scenario right now. We got just open field, just a fight. That's what we're thinking here. No for anyone.
The thing is though, Timmy is not going to be like, I wish I was smarter, so then he was smart in battle. He's just going to start wishing, and I think his power is so strong that not his ego, but I think his immaturity and lack of development is going to be the reason why he loses.
But if you do recall, I'm going to go into the Fairy Oddparents lore here. There's an episode of Fairy Oddparents
where he doesn't age.
The twist is revealed that Timmy wished about 50 years ago to stop aging. Yeah. Doesn't mean he's more intelligent, but he's about 60 years old.
He's 60 years old, but he has a 10-year-old boy's brain.
That's true. I guess he never really
think about that. He stayed in the same grade forever. He never
decided to go to college or anything.
Well, he stayed in elementary school his whole life, or middle school, whatever it is.
That's true. So he might just still be a nitwit.
Well, I mean, if he's getting F's from Crocker, yes. So my point is
Crocker's giving this man F's. He's a 50-year-old man.
He has the power. It's like giving, the smartest man in the world, like, 100-pound weights in it, the smartest man in the world being a scrawny person. He's not going to be able to utilize those versus giving all the power to someone that's not smart. They're not going to utilize it. Okay. I'm not saying Timmy can't, but I'm saying is theoretically before he can make a wish, he's getting possessed.
So is your argument right now that the true fight here is between Danny and Jenny? Yeah. Okay.
A lot of people are going to be like, "Oh, put respect on Timmy Turner." I think that's a great point.
But put respect on Timmy. So we'll say this right now, a little caveat. If Timmy fully utilized his power set, he's winning. Like, no doubt. He's
100%.
Winning the day.
If he's able to do loopholes throughout the rules, because I don't know with death, because obviously it's a kid's show.
He can turn back time.
Yeah,
you can
see what happened. But I'm telling you, if you're not smart enough to, and this is the reality, if they're fighting to death, I guarantee you Danny is possessing somebody immediately. Yeah. Immediately. You can literally just possess him, make his head turn all the way around, next snap, come out.
With Jenny because he can't possess her. That's great.
From what I remember,
off the bat, he can't beat her with his main move.
From right off the bat, from what I remember is that, and I don't remember Danny's weaknesses, but I know a lot of ghosts or other people such as Martian Manhunter that can phase through stuff. I know electricity is a big thing. She's known to have be able to use electricity almost like a fly swatter. I wouldn't be shocked if she could use that against Danny, but it's one of those ones where it's like, how do they fight each other? I mean, he could obviously he has other projectiles he could throw at her, which I could see him winning, but. For him, it's so easy to sweep because you can just go.
He's got the ectoblast. He's got his actual powers. You know what I mean? He's actually a superhero.
100%. But the other thing I was gonna say is, anyone that's immortal right there, all he has to do, phase into them, snap their head, next person. It's to the death. If he wants to get it done, win. That's it. And
I just think his ghost abilities are going to edge him out here because
100%.
He's on a different power level.
Imagine if he possessed Aang. Imagine
he is someone who could possess all the other powers except for Jenny's. Say they were all on a battlefield, he could possess all of them and just become the Avatar.
Jenny could though lose to the Avatar. So my point is this is theoretically if Danny starts wiping everybody out and Jenny's the last, that's the only reason.
But I also think even without the Avatar powers, Danny's powerful.
He literally just is a powerful character. He doesn't even need to do that. It's just one of those things where it's
he can do that. That's in his back pocket.
He can do that. Yeah. Everyone there is immortal. I mean, he still is. He just has ghost abilities from the DNA game mixed together, but he could still murder the entire. All you have to do is possess somebody. It's a reality. You possess somebody that has powers besides you, double threat. You could just wipe everybody out. Mm-hmm. And the reality is, there's other iterations of ghost possessing people. Just their head spin around after them possessing the body, the person's dead. Their head spun all the way around. If he wants to just get quick with it, all he has to do.
Theoretically, Danny Phantom could possess someone and just kill himself, couldn't he?
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying about Timmy. You could just possess Timmy and have his head spin all the way around like no.
Hey, Wanda and Cosmo, kill me! Like literally, you just I wish to die. Like,
or even not that, you could just kill himself.
Yeah, you could jump off a cliff and then last second leave the body, and then it's just Timmy.
Like, I'm not even saying that. You know? Possessing, make his head spin all the way around, leave the body. The head's bat like he's dead, like his neck snapped. My point is,
so I think we're pretty. It's Danny Phantom.
Danny Phantom.
It's Danny Phantom, but if Timmy could pull something off, Jenny could probably pull something off. I would love to see this fight. I just want to say that. I would love to see all the Nicktoons face off in a battle. No, that would just be nuts.
There's a lot of cool ones for sure, but I think Cartoon Network's got a very interesting one.
We'll get to the Cartoon Network one eventually, because I think that is cause for an entirely different list. What do you guys think, though? Do you think we're right? One, do you think Danny Phantom is the most powerful Nicktoon character, or do you think SpongeBob would have won? Let us know.
Is there someone we're forgetting?
Yeah, is there someone we're forgetting? Very true. But we'll see you guys next time.